This team, man. This team. The Bears defeat the New York Giants in Soldier Field by a score of 23-20, coming back down 10 points with about 5.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter to bring their record to 6-3. 6-3. This team, man, I can't believe what I'm watching, man. The culture change that Ben Johnson has brought to Chicago has been unbelievable. Have you ever seen games like this that we win? Ever? These are the games that we lose time and time again. All season, this has been. And in 1 year, we've had how many of these come from behind clutch wins? It's unreal what's happening with Ben Johnson. We have a great head coach. He should win Coach of the Year. He's turned around the entire culture of this organization already. We're halfway through the season. And we're 6-3, man. Unreal. Oh, man. I put the Caleb jersey back on. He earned it from me this week. That was a baller performance from him. I'm still waiting for the elite Caleb performance, but that was great. That was great stuff from him. I'm curious what his stat line would have been if the receivers weren't dropping literally everything that he was throwing to them. Caleb had some dimes that he was sending out there that were just being dropped. It was so frustrating because I feel like if they were catching those, we'd have at least a 300-yard game from Caleb Williams, which we still haven't gotten yet this year, but I mean, I don't think he's thrown for less than 200 in a game yet, maybe once. He's pretty easily on pace for 4,000 yards right now. The dude is just balling, and when he has the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter with a chance to win, like he makes it happen every time, and that to me is the mark of a good QB. Justin Fields, I knew kind of wasn't the guy because in clutch situations, when everybody knew he had to throw, couldn't rely on his athleticism. He had to read the field, he had to make good decisions, be accurate, and perform under pressure. And he crumbled every single time. Caleb, I've never seen anything like it. Has there ever been a clutch quarterback like this in Chicago? Ever. I'm not even just talking about in recent years. Like Mitch was kind of clutch, but like Cuddy, like any of those guys. Caleb is just a whole tier above all of them. Like, I cannot think of another guy that was like this. Like, I mean, 2-Minute Mitch was a thing, but like, no, it wasn't. Like, Caleb Williams is, he in the fourth quarter is unreal. And I think people are starting to really respect that. I noticed it last season. I was like, man, in clutch situations, Caleb Williams is kind of a baller. And now it's actually leading to wins for once. And despite having a shell of a defense, despite having receivers dropping balls, despite having a O-line that was actually giving up a fair amount of pressure this game, Caleb Williams performed. Caleb Williams he's the reason we won this game. And I think that's the first time this season that I can really say that. And I've been waiting for a game where I could say Caleb is the reason we won. All of the wins up until this point, in my opinion at least, were team wins. They were wins where, yes, Caleb played well, but so did the run game, so did the O-line, so did the tight ends, the receivers, the defense, special teams. Everything comes together. But I was waiting for the game where, you know what, this area sucked, this area sucked, this area wasn't performing, and Caleb was still willed us to a win. And that's pretty much what happened today in this game. Caleb Williams said, okay, yeah, the receivers are dropping. I'm still gonna make them. I'm gonna run for I think he had 75 yards on the ground. Like, the dude was just a menace today, and he made clutch throw after clutch throw, poised in the pocket, throwing bullets to Odunze and DJ Moore and Luther Burden. I cannot wait for Luther Burden to have a bigger role in this offense because that dude is nice. He only plays a few snaps a game, but whenever he does, I always notice him. Oh man. Caleb was the reason we won today. Caleb's also his ability to avoid sacks. This is something I don't think I've touched upon enough this year. It is among the best in the league, if not the best. His ability to avoid sacks and feel pressure in the pocket. It's one of the reasons I wanted to draft him out of USC is because his pocket presence is just unreal, and that's something you can't teach. We saw Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky both have painfully bad pocket presence when they're in Chicago. Caleb Williams, he's still He got sacked a fair amount last year, but he was still like leading the league in avoided sacks. And this year, I think he's gotten even better at it, man. Like teams cannot bring him down. He'll get sacked like 2 or 3 times a game maximum against a really good Giants D-line. And he's still, he can roll out of it. He can feel the pressure coming. It's like he has eyes on the back of his head, spin around and still get an incompletion or make a play happen or pick up yards with his feet. It's unreal. It feels like a cheat code. Now, Jackson Dart did get hurt in this game. I want to talk about the defense a bit because the defense was... Jackson Dart did get hurt in this game. And if Jackson Dart doesn't get hurt, I'm not sure we win. I think we probably lose because Dart was running all over us all game long. Just could not stop him. I started him in fantasy this week because I had a feeling that was going to happen. And every single... He was getting guys open downfield, and when that wasn't happening, he was just running. Like the dude's just unfair right now. I do think the rest of the league will eventually catch up to him. I kind of feel the same way about Jackson Dart that I did about Janie Daniels last year, where it's like, yeah, he's getting these crazy highlights, but a lot of it is relying on stuff that isn't necessarily sustainable. Teams are eventually going to catch up to that, but in your rookie season, you can get away with that. And he was getting away with it big time. The dude was unstoppable. They built up a pretty sizable lead. They're running it out. Bears really couldn't get too much going on offense. When they were, guys were just dropping. The run game went quiet this week. DeAndre Swift was back. He was there. I think Monanga's better. I think it's fair to say that. Whenever Monanga got the ball, I feel like he did more than Swift did. I don't even think that's like a hot take or anything. I think it's just true if you watch the game. But yeah, Bears defense, you know what? I'm impressed by the Bears blitz rate today. They were getting pressure pretty consistently. They were getting sacks more than they've been getting. That's pretty good. Montez Sweat played pretty decent. Dayo Odeyingbo is out for the rest of the season. Big loss. It's a loss. So they brought in Joe Tryon-Shoyinka on Tuesday at the trade deadline, and did he play at all? I certainly didn't notice him, but C.J. Gardner-Johnson, good pickup. Good pickup for the Bears. He played really well today. But yeah, the defense did finally bulk up when it needed to. Russell Wilson went in the game. He's pretty bad. So I do think that made their job a lot easier. I do think if Dart doesn't get hurt, I think we probably lose this game. But we didn't. Like, that's the thing, man. I was going to come in here and I was going to say a lot of the things that I've been saying. I think to myself when I make these videos, I'm like, you can't just be positive because they won or just be negative because they lost. Like, the Ravens lost a couple weeks ago. I think I was a little too harsh on them. I was emotional. We lost to Tyler Huntley. Caleb wasn't... I was still waiting for the Caleb, a Caleb breakout game necessarily, which I still kind of am, but I think that was a really good game this week. But I was just a little frustrated, and I just didn't think we had any reason to lose to that Ravens team. But the Ravens defense is actually really good. I'm not surprised they lost that game looking back in hindsight, but we could talk about that at length, I guess. But it's I was very negative, mostly because they lost. But I feel like if they won, I wouldn't have said half the stuff that I did in that video. And I think about that a lot for a lot of these. Is like, I don't want to be overly positive because they won, overly negative because they lost. I want to have a fair, balanced analysis. I think I've done an okay job at that this year. But for this game, it's like, everything I've said in this video, I think I was going to say if the Bears lost this game, because that was the reason we were down so much in the fourth quarter was, like, I have to blame the receivers. I'm not going to lie. The drops were inexcusable today. Olamide Zaccheaus has been super reliable all season long. Like, truly a Swiss Army knife, great pickup player, wide receiver 3. He had a bad game today. Caleb was throwing dimes his way, and at least 4 or 5 passes he just dropped. It was unreal. And that halted the Bears' offense. If those don't happen, we probably have a sizable lead going on. Bears' defense, they were what they were. They actually kind of played better this week than I expected. But, that held back the offense big time. That and the run game went quiet. But it's a good Giants D-line, so I'm not super surprised. But yeah, I'm really impressed with what Ben Johnson has done with this Bears team. How he's turned everything around here in such a short amount of time. Like literally, like you can feel it from the way that they play and the way that the players talk and the way the games are turning out. Like look at this. We're 6-3, and so many of those are games that are gutsy comebacks or crazy like the Raiders game, like special team stuff, like just wild stuff happening, you know? Like we usually before we'd get like one win like this a season. And I think that's the mark of a good coach is you can eke wins out. Like I talked about this last year. The reason why when we think of like Mike Tomlin and Andy Reid and you're like, how do these teams, it feels like everything possible goes their way in these games and they eke out these wins when it never feels like they should. It's because they're good coaches and they make that happen. It's not I think luck as we know it as fans has a lot more to do with coaching than we realize. And because Exhibit A, well-coached teams seem to get a lot of bounces their way. And not even just bounces, just they make stuff happen. They're aggressive, you know, like whereas the Bears, who have had a culture of being overly conservative and, you know, prevent defense and stuff like that, they allow that to happen to them historically. And that's why during the Nagy and Fox and Trestman and Eberflus years, it felt like we were losing games like this all the time because those guys aren't aggressive. Nagy was aggressive like his first year and a half-ish he was here, but that quickly went away. And we saw what happened. 2018 was magic for that reason. Nagy coached like he had nothing to lose that year. And then after that, he got scared, it felt like. And I don't think that's going to happen with Ben. I think Ben is going to... I think we've got something special here with Ben Johnson, truly. And I think he should win Coach of the Year. I don't even think it's particularly close. So yeah, Bears are good, man. We are good. I've decided we're good. I've decided. You know? Because we just keep winning. You can't argue with results at some point. Bad teams don't do what we're doing. But yeah, there was... Man, we almost lost, but we didn't. But we won. But we won. Strikes again. But we won is undefeated. Somehow, the Bears pull these wins off. But we won. Like, yeah, you know, like the defense is still not great. The secondary is still not great. Like this Bears team, if they make it to the playoffs, do I think they're going anywhere? No. I don't think this Bears team is doing anything in the postseason. The defense is severely injured. It's not going to get much better until Kyler Gordon and TJ Edwards and, please God, Jalen Johnson. Prayers up every day. I want the entire Bears fan base to pray for Jalen Johnson, whether you're a Christian, Muslim, Jew, whatever. Even if you're an atheist, make it happen. Pray for Jalen Johnson to come back. Because, God, we need him. I miss him so much every day. Oh, gosh. So, yeah. Bears defense is, it's rough. And the running game went quiet, and the receivers kept dropping. And we were down 10 points with 5 minutes to go. But we won. Man. This is fun, man. I forgot what it was like to root for a good team. It's ridiculous, this offense, and just the killer mentality this team has. These are fun wins. I'm used to them choking like this. This is fun. So, next week we're facing the Vikings in Minnesota. We can win. Will we? No. I don't think we're going to win. Only because that Vikings defense is ridiculous. We did almost beat them week 1, but J.J. McCarthy played his worst game of the season, and he's getting better and better as the weeks go on. He did lose to Baltimore this week, but that's Baltimore. I think we can win. It's going to be in Minnesota. I think that's Monday Night Football as well. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's just going to... I think we match up pretty poorly with that team. Like, our defense is so banged up that I think J.J. McCarthy is going to have an easier time putting up points than our offense is going to. I think it'll be a close game, but it's going to be tough if we'll actually win. But if we do win that, man, like anything's possible for this team. You'd be 7-3 at that point. Then we play the Steelers. I'll be at that game versus Steelers. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This team is just. This is a fun team. This is a genuinely fun team. It literally, when we go out there, like it feels like anything is still on the table. I never actually thought we were out of this game totally. So yeah. Whew. Let me know what you guys think. This is. I don't know what to think. You know, we've already won 6 games. We won 6 games the whole year last year. Like. There are many people I know who thought we were only going to win 6 games total this year. So pretty happy with that. You know, at this point, 10 wins is on the table. We would have to win, 4 of our next however many games, but I think we can make that happen, hopefully. Our schedule does get tougher from here, but you know what? We can make it happen. I'm still not scared to say it. I like the Bears. I like this team. This is fun. Enjoy it. Don't be scared of whatever. The Bears fan base, they love to hold themselves back, and I'm guilty of it too. They love to watch these games and they love to go, the Bears will be up in the fourth quarter and they'll be like, I can't let myself believe, or I can't predict us to win. Or it's the Bears, whatever. Because I know you're scared of getting burned, but you only live once, bro. Embrace it. Embrace the joy. Embrace the whimsy. Embrace being good. We're winning games. We're 6-3. Enjoy it. Don't get caught up in the minutia. Don't get caught up in, being scared of the Bears bearing again. Because then you're never going to fully enjoy it. You do not know. You cannot take seasons like this for granted. You cannot. Absolutely cannot. Do not become cynical. Otherwise, you lose any reason to even watch these games and call yourself a fan, in my opinion at least. So, yeah, let's go.